We're going to call the meeting 5:40. Calexico City Council, Calexico Development Success Agency, Calexico Financing Authority regular meeting. The Tuesday, December 1st, 2015, 5:40. Call to order, roll call.
Mayor Kim?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Castro? Is absent. Councilmember Leal?
Here.
Councilmember Moreno? Is absent. Councilmember Hurtado? Here. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. We have a public comment times not to exceed 3 minutes. This is the time for the public to address the City Council on closed session item only. The mayor will recognize you, and when you come to the microphone, please state your name and the place of the residency for the record. While members of the public are encouraged to participate, it is unlawful to disturb or delay the council meeting with personal or slanderous remarks. The City Council is prohibited by state law from taking action or discussing item not included on the printed agenda. Please direct your questions and the comments to the City Council. Do we have any public wants to speak? I guess we don't have it, so we now, for the record, Mr. Luis Castro, 541 present. And if we don't have a public comments, we're going to go to closed session, 541. Oh, we should read the closed session items? Yeah, we still have to go. We can't finish yet. We can close, yeah, because we need to read the closed session items. A closed session of the City Council, Calexico Community Redevelopment Agency, Successor Agency, Calexico Financing Authority may be held in accordance with state law, which may include it, but is not limited to the following types of items: personal matters, labor negotiations, security matters, providing instructions to real property negotiators, and the conference with legal counsel regarding pending litigation. The closed session will be held in the City Hall Conference Room located at 608 Heber Avenue, Calexico, California. Any public comment on closed session item will be taken before the closed sessions. Any required announcement or discussion of the closed session items or actions following the closed session will be made in the City Council Chambers, 608 Heber Avenue, Calexico, California. Closed session 1, public employee appointments. Title, City Attorney. Government Code 54957B. 2, public employee performance evaluation. Title, Acting City Manager, Government Code 54957B. We adjourn the closed session to 5:44. So we're gonna start it. Anybody to forget to turn off the cellular phone? Would you please turn off the cellular phones? Calexico City Council, Calexico Redevelopment Successor Agency, Calexico Financing Authority, regular session meeting starting 6:43. Call to order.
Mayor Kim?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Castro?
Here.
Councilmember Leal?
Here.
Councilmember Hurtado? Here. Councilmember Moreno?
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. Have a night, Pledge of Allegiance. This time we have we need to have someone who can read. Mr. Rivera, would you read us? Okay, we're going to skip the invocation and closed session announcements. Mr.
No
Hargrave?
reportable actions taken.
No reportable actions? Okay. What about the committee, review committee? We don't have to?
Excuse me?
Reviewing committee?
Okay, there was a committee appointed to come forward with a recommendation on the city attorney.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Mr. Hargrave. Approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the
Mr.
agenda?
Mayor, before we approve the agenda, I'd like to ask the city manager that, being that we have a deadline on the 1st of January, I was actually expecting that our agenda would have had an item to discuss and allow the council to have opportunity to discuss and ask questions with regard to the JPIA insurance status, including the appeal, because we do have a hearing coming up on the 10th of December. So if the council would allow, could we amend this and have either an item so that we can discuss and have questions from council? That would be the preference, or at least at a minimum, where within the director's opportunity, I'm sorry, the city manager's opportunity to speak, that he include a full report with regard to the status.
Mr. Attorney, what is status we can?
The question actually is for the council, if they would entertain amending the,
That's what I'm asking, the legal status. What we follow step was follow have to this, what step follow this for put emergency items? And do they have the entitled to be emergency items or not? And what legal status, what we can do with this? Amending adding the, I think Mr. Hurtado was asking, adding the agenda item for the JPIA.
I would suggest that the city manager give an update during his report, and then if the council has questions or wants to get into a discussion, that we calendar that for the next meeting, which will be on the 15th.
that would be, that's the intention would be to, we have a great crowd right now, and I think that it's crucial information. That's why I'm asking the council to entertain the possibility of a little more discussion and questions from the council. There hasn't been an update on this JPIA issue in about 2 months, as far as what I've received.
Okay, well, it's not on
And
the
if the
agenda.
council doesn't want to entertain having a discussion and allowing the public to know the status, that's fine. I am just asking if the council would like to entertain that, because it is a critical and crucial agenda item. And I did expect it on the agenda today, and it's not there.
Okay, in order to add something to the agenda at this point, you would have to decide, make a finding that it's an urgent situation that arose since the agenda was posted. And you
Well-
would have to approve that by 4/5 vote.
Well,
Okay.
in my opinion, I believe that our
But I think
JPIA,
we can call the special meeting in case if you need it.
that I believe we
Can-
should do as soon as possible.
City Manager, are you going to elaborate on that on your 3 minutes? Or on city
Well,
insurance?
the only thing
where
is
we're
that
at?
for such an important item such as the JPIA crisis that we're facing, 3 minutes is just not sufficient. I just don't believe
We'll
that
give
we
you
could
extra
cover
time.
the important items.
Are you- I'm just asking if the part of your 3 minutes, or can we give them more than 3 minutes? Sure, right?
Which one?
Will you elaborate as far as what the city's, how
What
many
the
insurance
city
companies that's
city managers-
working with, and
City manager report can be more than 3 minutes.
I will try my best.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so is there any, so Ms. Hurtado was requesting adding emergency item CPIA. Is anybody make the motion to adding, and then I believe in case that 4 council member has to be approved?
Yeah, it would have to be approved by 4/5 vote, and there would have to be a finding that it's an urgent matter that arose since the agenda was posted.
So,
Mr. Mayor, I second. I believe that this is an urgent item. We
Thank you.
have less than 30 days to make sure we secure some type of workman's comp insurance for our community. If we want to put that on the item for the discussion by our city manager, I believe we need to do
And with
that.
room for questions, please.
okay, so we have a second of the second. Is there any council member we should talk about this I believe we can, if we need, we can call the special meeting anyways.
We have a great crowd today.
So we have a lot of items in the front, we can call the special meeting.
Mr. Kim, there's a motion on the floor and there's a
Okay,
second. I
yes,
call for the
please.
question. I call for the
Please,
question.
let me handle it.
I'm just telling you to move a little
Please
faster.
let me handle it. You are ex-mayor, you're not mayor today. Okay, so, okay, we have a motion and the second, so we have a vote.
I'd like to clarify the motion. The motion is that today we do not have an agenda item to discuss JPA and allow for council questions. I'm asking the council with a motion to add it as an emergency item, being that the public does not have any information whatsoever where we stand at this point with JPIA insurance coverage. We do have a meeting on the 10th of December, and I believe that it is critical that the community, the employees of the city of Calexico, and those that do business with the city understand fully today where we stand. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
second that, right, Mr. Moreno?
Absolutely.
Second by Mr. Romero. Do we have a vote?
Romero or Moreno?
Do we have a vote?
Aye.
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 No.
That's 4/5.
4-1. Okay, we're going to add the items.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to recommend we add it after consent calendar.
I agree.
Okay.
And call it item 12A.
Okay, so is anybody has a different idea? If not, we're going to put in the
Okay, but
12A.
after, in public. But not within consent calendar, right?
No, that's before the public hearing, after consent, 12A.
Capital A or small a?
Thank you. So now we have announcement, we have an announcement, we need to have approval agenda. We still didn't approve it.
So moved.
Mr. Mayor, we approved it with that change, I believe. Oh, no, we
No, we
didn't?
just
Did we approve with that
adding the-
change?
No, we just added.
we
just
That was
added.
the motion.
We just said that.
I'll second it by
Mr. Real was motion to approve it, Mr. Moreno seconded. We have a vote.
Aye.
Aye,
aye.
Aye.
5-0. And announcement, this proceeding may be viewed on the City of Calexico website at www.calexico.ca.gov the Friday following the City Council meeting. So presentation, an update on the fiscal year 2015-16 budget. Mr. Finley?
I request that the council continue this item due to the fact that we didn't have all the numbers available due to the short time during the holidays. So we'd like to bring this back at the next meeting to bring you the full information on the numbers that we are still working on at this time.
So we don't have any briefed information on the budget?
Not currently.
So, okay. I wish we could have some budget update this time.
I thought we were going to do it in
Okay.
60 days.
If any questions?
I thought the
Mr.
last, the last, the last
I would like to
expected,
have a question for,
the last update that
Mr.
was
Real.
given to us was that we should have had everything set up as far as closing the books for 15, within 60 days, but we haven't done that yet, have we? It's been 60 days now? How
Okay,
long?
Mr. Gutierrez,
Yeah, maybe
would you
an
come to
update.
the podium?
I would like for clarification, just one question, because I had that. The last meeting when the Pun and McGetty, the auditors, came to give their report, I think a lot of the people didn't fiscally grasp exactly what he told the council. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I understood, and that is that there was $900,000 ballpark missing, correct? The money wasn't reported to them as a loss, I guess? Is that the best way to put it?
Well,
In layman's terms, I guess?
No. I think that the best way to put it is this $900,000 that the auditor refers
Found.
to is because we don't record that expenses on the previous fiscal year. So he found and
But it's a deficit.
it was an expense not reported in the previous fiscal year.
So you have to report them this year.
Yes.
Okay.
And he found it he put it as a finding, as a,
Yeah,
we
but
don't
people- some
report it,
people-
we're
so-
missing that expense, but actually it wasn't reported.
Yeah, but it's money, it's negative, it's not a plus. We didn't find $900,000 of money.
No.
We found that we were $900,000 under.
Under.
Okay, and then, so what are the $3 million that the city overspent $3 million, is that correct?
3.7 million on general fund, yes, over expenditures over the budget
So $3.7 million were spent over the budget.
for fiscal
What
year
year?
13-14. Yes,
13,
13,
14?
14.
Are you talking 13, 14?
13-14,
2 years ago?
That's
yes.
so 13, 14, and $3.7 million were overspent. Okay.
That's correct.
So why not just say it was 4.6, including the 900,000? Is that not, is it because it's expenditures? They're both expenditures, right? It's, in other words, 3.7 and 9 is 4.6. Why not say it was just 4.6?
No, the 940 something is a balance sheet item. It is not an expense.
It was
We're confusing a little too much. And
I'm asking the finance director, but.
No, I think they're referring to debt service payment not recorded in the previous year. And well, she's correct in saying it's a balance sheet thing. It's a debt service. It's principal and interest, balance sheet thing.
Thank you.
Okay.
But debt services still we have to pay
But-
anyways. We still have to spending. We have to pay the payments, debt service.
Yes, but the
So-
issue that we overspent 3 million on the fiscal budget is correct.
So that includes our budget, how much we're spending. That's supposedly because of our payments, fixed payments every years, we have it. So we're supposed to be inside our spending to limit. Put
do
in
we
there.
know-
So we cannot pull out from our expenditure because we still have a debt service has to pay. So whatever revenue coming in, we have to pay from the revenue.
Yes.
Do we know how much was overspent 14, 15?
We don't have the
We haven't
the
closed the
final
books.
numbers.
We haven't
but,
closed the books on 14, 15. There's no
And
way
that,
we
when
have
will
no
we have
status.
those numbers? How much was overspent?
I think we're going to present something for next
Next
regular
meeting?
city council meeting. But
In 2 weeks?
Do you have an idea?
yes, we have an idea.
Can you give
In
us
2
a
weeks?
ballpark on how much
It's-
was spent? Is it the
it's-
same 3 million? Is it more? Is it less?
It's around $6 million.
$6 million were overspent?
So far, what we find, yes.
Maybe $1 million more because we have a lawsuit.
14, 15?
We have a lawsuit and all the things are another $1 million.
We're talking about fiscal year 14-15 preliminary numbers. I will present the next city council meeting, but we're talking about $6 million over budget,
Over budget.
only the general
Overspending.
fund.
Did that have anything to do with the issues that were occurring in certain departments of overtime spending?
No, we're
No, wait,
talking
that
about
happened in,
just,
that happened in, no, that happened in 14,
The overtime happened in
15?
13, 14, right? Yeah, the overtime was 13,
Wait,
14.
wait,
So
wait,
14,
wait.
15, $6 million
Caramba.
overspent.
revenues versus expenditures, yes, $6 million.
14, 15 only?
Only,
$6 million overspended? Wow.
I promise to be here when you bring that forward so we can have that
yes,
discussion.
we're glad to discuss it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of confusion. And we need to help clarify the different terminology so we can make sure that we're expressing.
We're gonna see around $10 million overall deficit.
Mr. Gutierrez, I was saying
Thank
that
you.
I think it's really important about terminology, that you help the community and that you help this council understand the accounting terminology, because as you can see, there is some confusion. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any question? If you don't have it, then we're gonna go public comment.
It's dollars, not pesos, right? But dollars.
Public comment and the public appearance, note not to exceed the 3 minutes. This is the time for the public to address the city council on any item not appearing on the agenda that is within the subject matter jurisdictions of the city council. The mayor will recognize you, and when you come to the microphone, please state your name and the place of the residency for the record. While members of the public are encouraged to participate, it is unlawful to disturb or delay the council meeting with personal or slanderous remarks. If the item you wish to comment on is a closed session or consent items, please comment now. The city council is prohibited by state law from taking action or discussing item not included on the printed agenda. If the item you wish to comment on is on the public portion of the agenda, we will take your comment when we get to the item on the agenda. Please direct your questions and comments to the city council. Okay, let's see here, public comments to the, okay. First person, Consuelo Magos.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Consuelo Magos y en nombre de mis compañeros seniors.
Mr. Mayor, tell us use the microphone.
Micrófonos.
¿Es este? Sí. Disculpe. Muy buenas tardes, mi nombre es Consuelo Magos y en nombre de todos mis compañeros del Community Center me voy a permitir leer el presente oficio que he enviado al C. Ciudadano Nick Fenley, City Manager de la ciudad de Calexico presente. Los abajo firmantes le enviamos este escrito por la siguiente razón. Debido a los múltiples problemas que se han suscitado en el cambio de administración y la problemática que lo anterior ha generado, pensamos que algunas de sus acciones nos podrían perjudicar. Por lo anteriormente escrito, muy atentamente solicitamos a usted reconsideren el cambio que se está proponiendo para la señora Carmen Maldonado, coordinadora del Departamento de Recreación del Community Center, en donde desde más de 20 años ella ha estado al frente de todas las actividades que ahí se ofrecen y de las cuales somos partícipes. Por el buen desempeño en todas las actividades que ella desarrolla, nos lleva a solicitarle que no sea removida de su cargo, situación que por obvias razones tendrían ustedes la necesidad de remover o contratar a una nueva persona para de que desempeñe las actividades que a la fecha ella ha desarrollado con amor, eficacia y con gran capacidad, situación que desconocemos si otra persona la haría con la obtención de los mismos resultados que a la vista los desempeña la señora Carmen de manera excelente. Por lo anteriormente expuesto, solicitamos a todos los que en sus manos tienen estas decisiones tan importantes, no las hagan al vapor o sin un buen consenso de las mismas, ya que en lugar de seniors contentos y satisfechos con los programas que la ciudad ofrece para su esparcimiento, ejercicio y como consecuencia para nuestra salud, esto nos permite una vida social que viene a llenar grandes huecos en nuestras vidas. Tendríamos personas insatisfechas, molestas y enojadas consigo mismas por las decisiones que tomamos al votar, por esas personas que ahora tienen en sus manos decisiones que nos están perjudicando y que en su momento fueron a solicitar nuestro apoyo a través del voto para que ahora nosotros estemos ante esta problemática. Debido a todo lo anterior, le solicitamos reiteradamente no sea removida de su cargo la señora Carmen Maldonado, quien siempre ha tenido un gran desempeño en las actividades que le han sido encomendadas y las no encomendadas. Un gran empeño para que todas las cosas salgan bien y a lo cual ella los ha hecho con una gran fortaleza. Esperamos que se detengan a pensar en estos momentos en los daños que esto nos ocasionaría, no porque estemos en contra de los cambios, pero recuerden que toda una vida de experiencia no se puede tirar a la borda por decisiones que toman personas que van de paso en nuestras vidas. Atentamente, Seniors Unidos por nuestro bienestar y avalan este documento 118 firmantes por ahora, que el tiempo no nos permitió más, y hemos enviado una copia a todos los City Council de la ciudad. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Felicidades, señora. Muy
Next
buena
person,
presentación.
Olivia Romero.
Y totalmente de acuerdo.
Good evening, everybody. Same problem. Good evening. My name is Olivia Romero. I live in Calexico. And I'm also speaking in behalf of Carmen Maldonado. As you are aware, the city goes to great lengths to cater to the needs of our senior citizens. For the past 20 years, Carmen Maldonado has taken great pride, putting countless hours above and beyond her job description. As a matter of fact, I remember one morning, she was walking, doing her exercise, and she comes over and she says, "Hey, Olivia, you want to be a judge for the Capirotada contest?" Her job is 24/7. She created, with the help of her staff, all those special events such as a popular daddy-daughter dance. She also organized the different physical activities and summer programs for all the citizens of Calexico. As I speak to different community members, they eagerly mention how Carmen has improved the quality of life for them. This is not a $6 million problem. This is a problem that could be solved with just a phone call. I urge all of you to consider having Carmen Maldonado retain the present position in the community center. Thank you for your time.
Where's Carmen?
Next person, Alicia Fuentes.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Alicia Fuentes, 515 Beach, Calexico. Estoy por la misma razón y estoy apoyando a mis compañeras por el mismo asunto de la señora Carmen Maldonado. Estamos muy contentos con ella, son 20 años de experiencia en los cuales ella ha trabajado con niños, adolescentes, adultos y personas de la tercera edad. Ella ha sido un motivo para muchas personas, así que yo también les sugiero, piensen en dejarla en el puesto que ella ha estado. Muchas gracias, muy amables.
Thank you. Next person, Jorge Mejía. You can go there.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Jorge Mejía, soy residente de Calexico por los últimos 50 años y vengo con un problema que quisiera me pudieran resolver. Tengo dos propiedades, una en la calle Quinta y otra en la calle Segunda. La calle Segunda son apartamentos de renta. Por 1 año y medio ha estado uno de ellos desocupado, el otro estuvo desocupado ahora en mayo, pero los rentarios no pagaron el agua. Entonces se fue acumulando hasta llegar a la cantidad de $4,600, que es una cantidad bastante alta para mí poderla pagar. Entonces, el problema que tengo yo es que quisiera si me pudieran hacer una rebaja ahí o un ajuste o algo, porque pues suponiendo que se hubiera pasado 2 meses o 3 meses, ¿por qué no fueron y cerraron el agua? Y ahí se hubiera terminado. Pues yo puedo pagar $200, $300, pero para pagar $6,000, ya pagué, pagué $2,000 de mi residencia. Entonces estoy pagando casi $7,000 en, por decir, 6 meses. Y pues no se me hace justo a mí que me estén cobrando por algo que no estoy gastando. Por los últimos 4 meses he vivido en el centro aún así tengo que pagar $100 mínimo de agua que yo no estoy usando. ¿Por qué voy a pagar lo que no estoy usando? Entonces me dice el muchacho acá, el muchacho que atiende aquí enfrente, que si quiero cerrar mi account. Le digo, ¿cómo voy a cerrar mi account? Le digo, si tengo plantas, tengo animales que cuidar aquí, no puedo cerrar el agua. Entonces, ese es el motivo por el cual yo quisiera, si los miembros del concilio me pudieran ayudar a un ajuste allí o algo. No me niego a pagar, pero sí lo que es justo. 2 veces he pedido hablar con el city manager y hasta ahorita no me han concedido la cita. Entonces después me dijeron, no, porque el city manager no puede hacer nada, lo único que pueden hacer son los miembros del concilio. Pues espero que sí, porque para mí, pues sí lo podré pagar, pero póngale de aquí a 10 años, no voy a pagar de un golpe, pagar $7,000. Entonces, estoy ante ustedes, miembros del concilio, a ver si me pueden ayudar en esto. Gracias.
Okay. Mr. Nick, would you taking care of that one? Yeah. Okay, next person. The Berta Mungia. Berta Mungia.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Berta Munguía, vengo en apoyo a Carmen Maldonado. En nombre de mis compañeros y del mío propio, vengo a solicitarles que la señora Carmen Maldonado no sea removida de su cargo, ya que consideramos que siempre le ha puesto con gran empeño a su trabajo. Somos muchas las personas que nos veríamos afectadas si la removieran, ya que tiene una amplia experiencia en todas las actividades que se ofrecen en el Community Center. Difícilmente otra persona lo haría con la misma dedicación y esfuerzo con el que ella lo hace. Cada vez nuestro grupo de seniors se ha ido incrementando. Hemos visto llegar personas con grandes problemas para moverse y ahí han encontrado, aparte de una gran familia, un gran beneficio en su salud. Y nada más ellas, sino todas las personas que ahí vamos. Con todo respeto, les pedimos que no sea cambiada la señora Carmen Maldonado. Que Dios los bendiga y les dé, disculpen, que Dios los bendiga y les dé sabiduría para tomar la mejor decisión. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. The Blanca Renteria.
Buenas noches. Mi nombre es Blanca Rentería. Vengo a reforzar lo que he dicho por mis compañeros. Para nosotros, Carmen ha sido como el pilar de todo el programa. Tenemos muchísimos años, ella 20 y tantos años en el programa para atendernos y para nosotros ha sido mucho beneficio. Un beneficio en nuestra autoestima, en nuestras actividades que tenemos. Para nosotros sería tal vez un poquito descontrol empezar con una persona nueva que no conoce nuestros gustos, porque ella sabe la música que nos gusta para nuestras fiestas, todo. Ella es el pilar de todo eso. Y sí nos gustaría pues que no la removiera, que quedara en nuestra actividad igual. Ojalá y de veras nos atienda. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias, señora Renteria. The next person, Esther Gomez.
Esther Gomez, resident of Calexico. Actually, I'm addressing myself to Councilman Real. I wanted to say thank you, and with that, I'm saying that I'm resigning from the Financial Advisory Committee.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez.
Thank you for your service.
Next person, Carlos Padilla.
Good evening, members of the council. The reason why I'm here tonight is,
The other ones, yeah.
Can you
This
hear me?
side one, this side one.
the reason why I'm here tonight is to ask the city to reinstate my health benefits that were given to me under retirement plan. I worked for the city for 28 years and was basically forced medically retired back in 2012. Now, as part of the retirement package, my wife and I were given lifetime coverage. However, there was a little clause where we had to contribute $120 per month. And unfortunately, this summer, I left for work up in Salinas, and my wife simply forgot to send in the $120 contribution to the insurance, and we were terminated after, I believe she missed 3 months. Grand total of, what is that, $360? I came in to see Nick last week, but nowadays, I guess 48 hours, if there were 48 hours in a day, isn't enough time for you to handle, the pressing issues that the city faces at this time. And I'm just here to ask that we be reinstated. We've spoken to the insurance company, and they say that it's not their choice to cut the coverage, that it's coming from the city. And I did speak to Human Resources. They initially told me that it was the insurance company, but the insurance company is adamant that it's not them. And that's all. I won't take any more of your time. Any assistance that you may give me in this matter is sincerely appreciated.
Thank you, Mr. Carlos. Would you, Mr. Okay, thank you. The other person is,
Señoras, que toda la gente que habló de Carmen Maldonado, pienso que se deben de quedar para que el city manager les explique. Creo que es importante que oigan lo que les va a comentar. Okay?
Mr. Okay, Mr.
Aparte va a haber café y
Yanes.
donas al rato. No.
Manuel Yanes.
Good evening, council members. Good evening, audience. Today I'm going to talk about a little bit about a definition. What is really politics? Politics is a practice in theory of influencing other people. Politics involves the making of a common decision for a group of people. That is a uniform decision applying in the same way to all members of the group. We just saw a clear example of politics with the group of people that are trying to influence council members on a decision. It also involves the use of a power of one person to affect the behavior of another person. I have been informed by one of the council members has been using his power to influence other people or other persons or other companies. I'm just going to explain, I'm going to pick up a little words about Mr. Jose Mujica. This is a good example. There are people who load money and go into politics. If you load money, go into commerce, go into industry. Do whatever you want. It's not a sin. But politics is for serving the people, not for serving yourself. Hay gente que adora la plata y se mete en la política. Si adora tanto la plata, que se meta en el comercio, en la industria, que haga lo que quiera. No es pecado, pero la política es para servir a la gente. Just remember the people as me, many of us, I want to be watching you. If one of your members are tempted to use politics for their own benefit, just believe me, I want to be one of the first who's going to speak in front of the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yanis. Next person, Jason Jung. This is the last one for the public comment. Mr. Jung?
Hello. Well, I don't really have anything to say because Chief Bosick's no longer here with us, but I'm glad the city manager let him go because he was worthless and costing the city a whole lot of money. And I think it's the best thing that he did so far, and you guys should give him the position of city manager instead of this interim stuff because it seems like Nick's cleaning up the city, getting rid of people that don't need to be here and moving people around that are being overpaid and have overinflated salaries like the chief's old secretary and stuff. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jung. So there's no public comments? Then right now it's time for the council members.
City manager,
City manager report first, okay.
you have the floor.
No, it's the city manager
city
first.
council first?
Yes. You fooled me. Thank you. Okay, any council member want to start first? Mr. Real?
Sure, why not? I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving with your families. Darle gracias a todos por estar aquí. Ojalá que tuvieron buen tiempo con sus familias en el Día de Gracias. El día de Black Friday, el día después del Día del Pavo, the day of Black Friday, I took a cruise around Walmart, Grand Plaza, and di la vuelta por la tienda de Walmart y Grand Plaza y miré que había mucha gente comprando. Eso es bueno, que el comercio esté levantándose. Eso es, claro, es algo que ayuda mucho a la comunidad en cuestión de impuestos. That people shopping helps the city with their taxes. That day, I also want to thank McDonald's, Class of 82, Brown Bag Coalition, and the Homeless Task Force. They put on pusieron una comida para la gente que no tiene hogar, for the homeless people, and we helped them serve some plates there. It was a really inspiring thing to see. Must have been at least 60 people there. Yo creo unas 60 gentes atendieron. ¿Qué más? El viernes 4 de diciembre va a haber the annual Farm Workers Breakfast a las 2 de la mañana en la EDD office para la gente que quiere ir a ayudar a servirle, a darle gracias a toda esa gente que trabaja en el campo porque la verdad que es una labor muy difícil y hay que darles las gracias tan siquiera un día al año por el labor que hacen. Y quiero tocar el tema del señor Jorge Mejía, no sé si todavía está aquí, el del agua. Yo tengo meses diciendo que esto del agua es algo, es algo increíble que la ciudad de Calexico hace y cobrarle a la gente agua aunque no la usen. We have to go to a metered rate system like every other city where if you don't use water, you don't pay for water. Tenemos que ir a un sistema donde nos cobran nomás lo que usamos y no nos cobran si no estamos. A mí se me hace algo ilógico y mal. Y es todo. También quería, I didn't know we were going to have a meeting on the 15th. My understanding is we were going to go dark, so I brought a couple of gifts for my fellow council members, just show of appreciation for my year of being here, and hopefully you guys like it. Thank you. Show on the chief. Show the back, show the back.
I love it. City Attorney, is it proper protocol to wear it during the meeting?
As long as we're not doing the flag salute.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Real. That's
You're
very
welcome,
nice
guys.
of you. And with that, I'd like to add just one comment. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving with your family, with your loved ones, and gave thanks for everything you have and enjoyed the time with the family. And I'd like to also congratulate the Calexico High School Lady Bulldogs for their second CIF Championship Volleyball Division 4. Arriba, Bulldogs! That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno. I think he steps in himself. So next council member, Mr. Castro.
Yo quiero darle las gracias a cada uno de ustedes que están aquí presentes y muy especialmente al comité de Seniors Unidos por el Bienestar. Nos estamos dando cuenta que es algo que a ustedes les concierne, pero como el compañero Mandy Real, el regidor, dijo, el City Manager les va a explicar el por qué este proceso, este cambio que está haciendo. Pues básicamente, Moreno en Real cubrieron todas las áreas, tienen mi apoyo y gracias por estar aquí presente. Gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Castro. Ms. Hurtado.
First of all, I'd like to also say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope that everyone had an opportunity to see their children and spend special time together. While we're on the subject of thanks, as we all know, our chief was dismissed yesterday, Chief Michael Bostic. This information came as a surprise. May I please finish, Mr. Thank you. That was very nice, though. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bostic, for the service to the community and the hard work that the community respects, and that there was such a great job that was done to focus on community servicing. And so there's quite a bit of still overlapping, I guess, issues with that, but we'll resolve them. I know that I issued a statement today. I know that there's been some confusing information out in the press as far as reasons why we're going through these changes again in our executive staff. And as you all know, we are expecting a hearing coming up with an appeal that's been filed. And of course, many of us believe that the instability that the city of Calexico continues to experience, even with the new management here, is not helping our opportunity to have a successful appeal. Therefore, please, the media that I have given this letter to, if anyone else wants a copy of my open letter to the city manager with regard to the activities that have been occurring, which I in fact believe are irresponsible. On a positive note, I'd like to say a shout out to my family. I have many families in this community, and many of you are out there too. I saw my Nina in that group of ladies there. And I'd like to make a shout out to some of my family members in the city of Calexico in this region. Just recently, we had a new business open called Hope Cafe, and I hope many of you have had the opportunity to see that. Hope Cafe is a special business opened by a very young cousin of mine, Manuel Guerrero, same family of Raspados Cuchis, and he went to chef school. and received some training and now has opened his own business. Never asked for a discount from the city of Calexico, paid everything he had to pay, and with hard work, he opened up a very successful business, and it's great food, so I totally recommend it. It's on 2nd Street. After that, our family has a gentleman that has received a designation with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. His name is Victor Nieblas, and he grew up here in Calexico and has a lot of cousins, the Nieblas, that are very much into kids' sports here in Calexico. Very proud of him with that designation, especially for Hispanics and young Hispanics, because he's about 40 years old. And the last but not least, my uncle, Joe Hurtado, Jose Hurtado. He is now the president of Canaco, which is the business Chamber of Commerce of Mexicali, a very large Chamber of Commerce. Very proud of him as well. So I just wanted to do a shout out to all those family members in this community that we support, that we work so hard here for, and come here every day to work this hard and to make the hard decisions for our community so that people can achieve the dreams that these family members of mine are doing. So good luck to everyone, and como dice el señor John, arriba Bulldogs.
Thank you. I'm the one, the last talking, and the happy Thanksgiving Day for everybody, and we all thanks to the God to what we given by God, and we know that how to thank, and then we can have a better one for the future. And I'm glad we have a Bulldog volleyball teams win the championships, and I believe I always saying is our school district system is not supporting as much as they needed, but our kid, our parents, to doing extra jobs to covering those, and a lot of our kids is from here. They exploring their future for their life. I'm glad they win, and we're gonna be keep on coming more for the future. And I have some concern. I have a city manager's concern about the cold weather. In case of they go to the under frozen level, we might consider open cold what's called emergency facility. We need to have some plan to ready. And the other one is I believe one of the case of the Mr. Jorge. I believe, if I'm not wrong, Mr. Jorge Mejia. And I believe a lot of cases, the people has issues with the water bill, and a lot of committee members, they were shocking bills they receiving. And actually, my wife's stores to same things, and suddenly it's overusage. And so I believe that months, a lot of people, they receiving the large bill too. So I don't know exactly what happens, but I believe the city manager to open the investigation on what happened to the water bill. Certain areas, everybody's going large bill, certain months, something fish is going on. So I believe that we need to have open investigation to see what's going on. And the last one, I believe we have a lot of senior citizens, or senior, what's called the experienced adults. And I believe I know the last faces, and whatever city manager take the actions, our job is for sure our city gonna be try to doing better service. And we're gonna be assure citizens the senior activities make sure it's been going well and to be better. We all council members and intention to keep an eye on it to make sure service to brought to the citizens and also to be better. Thank you. Okay, the other one is city manager report.
Buenas tardes a todos que están aquí. Quería explicarles la razón de que y lo que estamos haciendo es entrenando otras personas que puedan hacer el trabajo como de Carmen Maldonado para que no les falte los servicios cuando ella no puede estar o algo ocurra, porque como dicen ustedes, ella tiene 20 años ahí haciendo los programas y moviendo sus programas y lo que estamos tratando de hacer es entrenar otras personas si en caso Carmen no puede estar ahí para asistirles en sus programas, es que haya otra persona que cuando ella no pueda, no haya interrupción de servicio, que nomás siga continuando. Ese es lo que estamos haciendo porque no tenemos el personal para tener otra persona ahí que le asista a ella para que aprenda los programas que tiene. Ese es básicamente lo que estamos tratando de hacer. Quería darles esa explicación, no nomás es con ella, pero con otros departamentos, porque ocurre en todos los departamentos porque estamos cortos de personal. Quería darles esa
¿Cortos de personal?
explicación.
¿Cortos de personal? We're short on staff?
Short on staff in all departments, yes. Y estos
No. Actually, I think that probably lo que quieren saber ustedes es si hay manera de quedarse con una persona como Carmen de calidad. Una persona...
¿La corrieron?
No de que la persona que la está reemplazando no la tiene, pero como me explicaron ustedes ahorita, es una persona que ya tiene un cariño de tantos años hacer lo mismo, es una experta, ella es una experta en lo que ella hace. Y la decisión de hacer este tipo de movimiento, yo estoy en contra de lo que se hizo, porque en realidad no hay ninguna razón.
y como digo,
Gracias.
Como no hay mucha razón en muchas cosas que han estado
señora
ocurriendo
Hurtado,
últimamente.
it's just city manager report, please. If you have a question it, please. Okay?
Así es.
Go ahead, please.
No hay explicación.
okay, and next I'd like to introduce our acting police chief, Reginald Gomez. I'd like to bring him forth and have him say a few words. Reggie, are you here? Yes, please.
Bueno, yo nomás quería decirles porque no sé exactamente quién o cómo, si fue Carmen Maldonado o porque la verdad yo no la conozco a la señora, ¿verdad? Pero yo creo que no sé quién les está dando información que el concilio toma voto o le comenta al city manager a quién corra o a quién contrate. Las únicas dos personas que el concilio contrata o puede correr son los dos que están acá arriba. Entonces, eso no tiene nada que ver con el concilio. ¿Okay? Nomás para que sepan. Esa es la realidad y el abogado les puede comentar. ¿No?
Please.
Sorry, I'm just trying to clear up the information.
Our acting police chief.
Please don't engage with the public.
Reggie
please.
Gomez.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Reynaldo Gomez. I go by Reggie. I'm the acting police chief, effective Monday. Really quick about myself, I'm just like you good people. I was born and raised in the city of Calexico. Graduated from Calexico High School. And I worked for the Calexico Police Department for 20 years. After that, I took a promotional exam in the city of Calipatria, where I was a police chief. I was there for 9 years, retired. Took up a job with national security. I have an associate's degree and bachelor's degree in criminal justice administration. And I'm here now. Calexico called and Calexican answered, and I'm here to serve you people. And I'm pretty happy to be back. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can't ask him any questions.
Mr. Finley, yes, done your report? Thank you. Okay, okay. We're gonna have a 5-minute recession.